Hello guys, my name is BobLyn and welcome back to another video. Now you're probably wondering why am I playing the Småland in this video, and the reasoning I will get to, but long story short, I got the Småland now. Yeah, it's a pretty cool boat, man. I gotta say, I really enjoy this, and now that I'm looking at it and thinking, where is the port for Stockholm, man? Where's this Swedish port or the Baltic Sea port? Like, we have a Swedish line. I know it's called Pan-European, but it is Swedish. Where is the port, guys? Come on. Anyways, here she is, the Småland, and the camera I'm using is the one you get for 20 wins. But this one right here is the historical one, and it gives torpedo range and torpedo speed, whereas this one I'm using here, the 3 crowns, gives main battery firing range and torpedo range. So in my opinion, the 3 crowns is the best camo, and if you were to get it when this challenge is here, I would suggest you get those 20 wins. And it pays homage to the Swedish royal family, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, here we have my setup. I use standard supplies, and my equipment is, as always, reload, maneuverability, and detection. Now the thing is, with this detection, you can actually, if Shimakanis don't build into surface detection, you will outspot them. It is very powerful, and you will outspot most DDs with this build, so keep that in mind. Now the torpedoes here, they reload in 52 seconds, and as you can see, on the Holland you get 5x5, but here you get 3x5, or a launcher with 3 and a launcher with 5. They do quite good damage to their Holland torps, and they reload fast. That's what I like about them. Now the guns is what makes this better than Holland, in my opinion. They reload faster, and they have a very high fire chance. Everything else is pretty much the same as Holland, maneuverability and speed. My commander build, we have King Ludwig, who also resembles the 3 crowns. I don't know. He seemed like the perfect commander for this. And this is my build. It's pretty standard. I only have him level 9, but I found that to be quite sufficient. One thing to mention is, instead of taking Mist Reaver, I went with Adrenaline Rush because the smoke is just so short. Alright, so let's get into the game. Alright, so I owe you an explanation as to how I got this. Now, it's just down to dumb luck, really. I wanted to get candy canes for the Anchorage grind because I think that's impossible if you just want to play, to be honest, if you also have a life. So I purchased 10 of those Santa crates, and I got 5 golden keys as well as an ace key. That was extremely lucky. Now in the ace key I got 25 titanium and got a little bit pissed off, to be honest. But in the 5, what do they call, ultimate Santa crates, the one for 2k gold, I got the Småland, and yeah, enough said. Some guys are going to be pissed off, and I understand that, but I did also spend quite a lot of money on this beforehand, and this wasn't even to try to get the Småland, this was just to, you know, make the grind for Anchorage even more possible. Anyways, let's talk about this ship. Now, let me just say right off the bat, I love this thing. It's great. You get these 4 emergency speed boosts, as you see, 3 defensive fire 3, 2 times radar 2, and you get 2 fuel smoke 1. And the fuel smoke 1 is very nice to have, because whereas the Holland can't really disengage without taking huge punishment or being undetected, the Småland here can actually just get into some very sticky situations and most likely survive, because you're maneuverable and you have this emergency speed boost to get you out of those situations. So when you combine the speed boost, the fuel smoke, you are a very devastating destroyer, and your torpedo power is not to be messed with either. 52 seconds for a torpedo reload with 8 torpedoes that go very fast is rough, especially if you're a battleship, and the battleships in this game will be feeling the fast torpedoes because the reaction time wasn't quite that good. All of a sudden, the Östergötland pops up, and this is an interesting situation because not only that, the Adriatico is right there as well. Now, my torps are ready in 5 seconds, so you're gonna use my fuel smoke here and just try to see if I can hammer away at this Adriatico. He is not very good at maneuvering. The whole Italian line are not very good at maneuvering in general, so I'm very confident my torpedoes will smack him, and they do. Here comes the Östergötland, and he also wants to duel. Now, you want to be using AP at this distance, but still the HE does very good damage into a tier 9, as you can see. I'm pretty sure I swap here, yes I do. But AP at this range is just, it is better. But as you can see, it was 348 for HE and 369 for AP. So if we got fires, it's kind of even, right? So in my opinion, it doesn't really matter if you use HE or AP. It kind of depends on the destroyer. A Östergötland, you can definitely fight with HE. But just look at that. These guns are so fast, and they might not be 360 turrets. That's a disclaimer, guys. They're not 360 turrets, but they do turn pretty fast. And here I was contemplating to shoot the Montana right on the white line, or just, you know, try to predict him. But these things are so fast that I thought, why not? I mean, one or two are gonna hit if he tries to move. But as you will see, this Montana, he only starts to move now, and that's gonna be a detriment to him, because these torpedoes are already almost there. Like they will hit in a couple of seconds here, and you will see my damage go up quite a lot. And the good thing about this is you can, you know, you cause a flood here, right? He instantly repairs that, and now we just hammer away with our 4.5% fire chance. Just look at this. I mean, it's a lot of shells coming in, and he is aware of me now, and he's trying to shoot me, but it's pretty easy to dodge when you have these smokes. Now I'm out of it now, but I'm confident I'm gonna get some fires on this guy. And there we go, my teammate gets one, and you know, once these fires start ticking, he's gonna be in trouble, because my torpedoes are already, you know, up again, and they're on the way to him. So as you can see, the Småland, when played right up into the enemy's face, or the battleship's face, there's not much they can do, because he has to wait every 20 seconds for his salvo, and I have to wait 52 to do a third of his HEP and cause a flood. I mean, whilst I can shoot these guns, you see. So I would say the Småland here is probably a little bit better. I don't want to say a lot, a little bit better than Holland. But if you were thinking of getting this and you're fine with, you know, or so let me rephrase this. If you enjoy the Holland and you don't want to spend money, stay with the Holland. I think the Holland's just fine. You get more torpedoes, you get, you know, better. You get one more heal, I should say. I forgot to mention that. The Småland only gets 3 heals, or only. That's, if it had more than 3, that would be too good, I think. But the Holland, you know, keeps the 4 heals, and the AA, I would say, I'm pretty sure it's the same. We can check after this game. I actually haven't really looked at the stats and how similar they are, but I'm pretty sure the AA is the same. So more torpedo power with Holland, more gun power with Småland, and you of course get some more utility as well. So right there we see the way you can spot a Shimakaze. We saw his torpedoes in the distance, and I knew he was going to be close, so we just activate our radar that has pretty good range. And now my Conqueror knows exactly where the Shima is, so that's another way that the Swedish DD lines are just so fun to play, I think, because this radar is, you know, massive range. And you also have this AA, so you can really support your team. It's kind of like a Worcester in a mini package. That's probably why I really enjoy this. But yeah, there's not much else to say about this game right here. It's pretty much over. We took over the whole center of the map because we got 2 DDs in the beginning, and that's something that Småland can do. Or I should say Småland. Småland is how you say it in Danish, and I'm pretty sure in Swedish it's Småland. But here we come, and here we see the Shimakaze, and there's going to be some gnarly dodging here. oh no. We're probably going to get hit by 1 or 2, but the Småland has pretty good maneuvering, and you can actually, you know, take 1 or 2 torpedoes in a DD. You know, you guys know that. So we survive it, and the blind shot to finish off the game. 90k damage, and Battlestar. Alright, so here we are comparing the Holland and the Småland, and I mean, they are pretty similar. You can see here where the green is highlighted. I'm not going to talk too much about it, because really they are the same ship. They are sister ships. And here you can see that the differences, they are marginal. And actually the AA, guys, the AA is completely the same. So the Holland AA is the same as the Småland AA. And the one thing to mention is the surface detection is actually better on Holland. So yeah, now we know that. Alright, so that has been it for my initial video on the Småland. Of course, I'm going to be uploading more, and I've been planning a Holland-Småland montage just for fun. But for now, this is what you get. My name has been BobLyn, signing out.